guys. All right. So I've been getting a couple messages that students are a little bit bored. Like maybe I didn't give them enough work on week number 1. And so I'm going to give you this optional sketchbook assignment to do. It's a really fun one. I really like it. So I'm going to walk you through what I do on my sketchbook assignments. So the first thing is when you're doing a sketchbook assignment like the one I just posted, that Art Hub, you'll notice that the artist is going to use a Sharpie to draw his sketchbook assignment. And I would really encourage you to just be brave and try your best to just follow along with a Sharpie. And they actually turn out so much better if you just work with a Sharpie marker. Because I know that when I work with a pencil, I get too focused on making sure my lines are perfect and I want to erase everything. And a Sharpie marker just takes that all away. So if you haven't done this, I want you to really, really try to just start with a Sharpie. So what I did is I have my sketchbook assignment. I'm going to make mine horizontal, but you can do yours up and down. It doesn't matter, however you want to do yours. You're going to start with putting today's date in the corner of the page. So today is the 9th of September. And then you're just going to follow along with the video. So I'm going to see if I can follow along without pausing it for a little bit, just to give you a view of what it looks like when Mrs. Birchmeier does her video. So you guys can't really see, but I have my computer on while I'm working on this. So hold on, I'm going to move my camera around a little bit. Okay, so maybe you will be able to see. Okay, so there's my sketchbook, there's the computer, here's my pencil or my Sharpie marker, and let's get going. Okay, so I'm just going to play this out and see what it says to do. So the first thing it asks me to do is make a line.
Some space. We're going to come up here and we're going to draw a line that's the same.
So it asks to make 2 parallel lines for the books. I'm going to do a little cheat. I'll show you what my cheat is. I have a ruler sitting on my desk, and I'm just going to trace the edges of the ruler. So that way I don't have to try to make perfect straight lines. So that is one cheat that I don't mind you doing, because it's just going to help make your lines nice and neat. So I'll play that out.
Parallel, same length. Here we go. We're going to draw
Drake, I am doing a video, so you have to be quiet, and then when I'm done, I can help you. All right.
Little bump going back in.
And the edge of the book.
Cool. Now let's draw the inside of the book cover. We're going to draw another horizontal line right below the top one. So we're going to come all the way across.
So I'm just using that ruler to help me out.
The binding or the back of the book, and then we're going to draw another horizontal line that comes across all the way out to the end.
Got a little skinny there.
That's okay. We're practicing. Okay, now we're going to draw the end of our book cover. So we draw a little curve that connects the top down to the outside to the inside. Then we can draw the pages. And we're going to draw a curve going this way. Cool. All right, now we can also add little texture lines inside for the pages. So I'm going to draw another horizontal line, but I'm not going to go all the way across. We're going to leave little dash lines. Like
so
this.
The lines on the inside of the book, they're called broken lines, because you want them to look kind of broken.
You don't have to draw every single
So you don't have to draw everything looking perfect. You just want a couple of broken lines.
All right, we finished our first book. Now we're going to repeat a lot of the same steps, but we're going to draw a little smaller. We're going to draw on top of this one. So first, we don't need to draw the bottom line. We're just going to draw the top line. Come across with another horizontal line.
So
and I'm going to stop shorter. Yeah. Then we're going to draw that little bump up here. We're going to curve down, and we'll connect to the bottom line. Or the top of our bottom book. Yeah, now we can we'll do the same thing. We're going to start here. We're going to draw another line that comes right under the top of the book. Then we're going to curve around. And instead of connecting, come down, leave some space, and then we're going to draw a horizontal line back out. And we're going to stop just below the top of the second book. Yeah, and we can curve down and connect the inside to the outside, and the same up at the top.
And
What's the next step?
Kind of missed.
Yeah, the pages. Let's draw the curve.
No,
The inside of the
I'll
pages.
make it work. Kind of missed a step, but I'm just going to use my.
Pages inside of the book. So we can draw dashed lines going across. And if you need extra time, you can always
pause the video.
Yeah, pause the video. All right, now we're ready to draw the next book. Now this part we're going to fast forward, but we're using all of the same steps that we used for the second book. We're going to make it even a little smaller.
Okay.
You ready to fast forward?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to pause this for a second, and I'll pause the video too and finish my second book, or my third book, I mean, and then I will start the video back up. All right, so I have all three of my books done. There is one thing that's bugging me. I don't have nearly as much space as they have in the video up top, so I'm going to have to draw my apple a little bit smaller, but it's okay. All right, so I'm going to play it out and follow the steps of the apple.
In a second. Then we're going to come down. We're going to draw a smaller bump right below it, but going the other way. It looks like a smile line. This can come down and touch the book since it's sitting on it. Now we're going to draw the outside of our apple. We'll start here on this top bump, come out with a big curve. Then we're going to come down to the bottom of our apple, the top of the book, and then we're going to curve back in.
Drake, you're going to break
Now
that. You can get up on a chair if you want to see. Slide a chair back here, and then you can get up on a chair.
Touch the book, and then back up into the bump. What's our apple missing?
A stem.
A stem. Let's draw a curve.
And since mine is so fat, it kind of looks a little bit like a tomato. A pepper? It does kind of look like a pepper.
Now let's
Leah.
also draw a leaf. Draw a curve out to the left.
And I don't have a lot of room to make
And
my
then we're gonna
leaf.
curve back down and connect to where we started. All right, now let's draw the cup that's holding our pencils. We're going to draw a diagonal line coming down. We'll just draw it on the outside of our books. We're going to use overlapping so it looks more 3D. So part of the cup is behind the books, the stack of books. Then we're going to connect it down here.
I've got a little,
All right, now we can draw up
little
here. We're
King
gonna draw the
Kong
top. I'm going to come
over here trying to
and
look at
touch
my
the book. If
work,
you're higher than the
climbing
books,
up
you
my table, up my
can
lap.
go over the top, yeah. And
Keep
then,
going.
yeah, keep going. And then you can decide where to stop on how wide you want your cup. Now let's draw a short line up. This is for the lip on our cup. And then we're going to draw another line that comes over. I'm going to stop right there and then draw a line down. And you could connect to the top of your, there you go. I love that our drawings are different. Your cup is showing a little bit more. It's not as far behind the books. So you can start right here and then draw a diagonal line coming down and connecting there.
Okay.
All right, now we need to add the pencils inside of our cup. Let's draw two diagonal lines coming up further. This.
And I need to use my ruler. I'm really bad at straight lines. So I'm going to use my ruler when I do these lines. You don't have to, but
Then we can draw a line that
something
connects the
I
top.
need to do.
And let's come down further. We'll draw another line. This is for the middle part that holds the eraser on. And then let's draw the eraser. We're going to draw an upside down U. Let's add a few more pencils, and they can be different lengths. So So I'm going to draw two shorter diagonal lines.
Yeah, because it could be sharpened.
Yeah, maybe one's been used more than the other. And then we can draw a line at the top.
Draw it a little bit bigger.
There you go. That's okay. Now I'm going to draw another line for the bottom of the metal part, and then we'll draw the eraser. Maybe this eraser is not as big as the other one because it's been used also. Let's draw another pencil, and this time let's use overlapping. This is going to make it a little more challenging. We're going to draw a diagonal line up. We're going to go past this one. See how I drew it closer? Then we're going to use our eyes to measure the width of our pencils, and we're going to draw another line right here that's the same distance. So we have the same width.
Fancy schmancy.
And then we can draw a line at the top, come down, draw the bottom of the metal part, and then let's draw the eraser on top. Hadley, we did it. We finished drawing our stack of books, our apple, and also our cup of pencils. We still need to do one more thing. This part we're going to fast forward one more time. At the end.
All right, so a couple of things. Thing number one, I don't like mine nearly as much as the picture, but it still looks pretty cool, and I think when I color it, it's going to look better. So, Drake, can you hand me my colored pencils real fast?
No.
Give me my colored pencils, they're down there. All right, so if I were to let the video play, I'll pause it so I can talk. There we go. It's going to play out a couple of things. The first thing it's going to play out is going to play out a spot where it puts a face on the apple. You can do that. You don't have to, but I like to. I think it's a little fun. So I'm going to go ahead, add my eyes in, and you'll notice that the eyes have a white circle in them, a little white highlight, and the rest of the eye is colored in black. And anytime the Art Hub people create a drawing, they do this. And I think it's a really, really great thing to do. It makes your eyes look alive and it looks fun and cool. So that's something interesting that you can add to your drawing. You'll notice the little girl adds little eyelashes on hers. You can add them. You don't have to. So if I add a couple little eyelashes, make it look like a girl apple. You don't have to. It's just a choice. So then I'll let it play out a little longer. And I'm just going to make sure. Thank you, Drake. 1 second, please. All right. So, okay, I just wanted to make sure you could see my drawing. You can also see the monkey on my lap, but I'll go back and play a little more. Okay, so it's just using pretty plain colors to color it in. There are a couple of things I want to talk to you about. So if you look at his apple looks incredibly amazing and realistic. Why does his apple look better than her apple? Drake, do you know why? What did he do different?
He did it better.
How did he do it better? What did he do that makes it look better?
I don't know.
Well, look at the way he colored it in.
Oh, it has those, like, shiny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he left little white shiny spots, right? So just like the video I showed you guys on how to do your coloring and shading and blending, you could make that part of the apple just really, really, really light with value. That would be a good thing to do. That's good. And also the pencils, he colored them in just yellow, but I'll show you a little trick that you can do. So if you take a couple different shades of yellow, so you'll see I've got a couple different shades of yellow, and if you color your pencil in with the one yellow, so the first yellow is just a really light yellow. I'm just coloring the whole entire pencil in with yellow. And then I'm going to take my darker yellow and I'm going to make the edges have a little bit of that darker yellow shadow just on the edges. So the center of my pencil is going to stay that really, really light, bright yellow, but the edges are going to be a little darker, and it's going to create a little shadow and make it look really 3D. So just like that. And then Drake, can you hand me some colors that would be good for an eraser? Maybe this color, and I need a darker pink.
A darker.
Yep,
Mom,
that would be good.
that's a lighter.
Oh, you're right. That is a lighter. Get me a darker pink. See if you like that one. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to take the lighter pink. I'm going to color in the eraser with that light pink. Coloring the whole thing in with one solid value.
I think you should add the hairs.
What hairs?
Usually there's hairs on erasers.
There's hairs on erasers?
Yeah, they're like hairy.
Oh, they're hairy. Okay. I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Look, feel that white eraser.
Oh, I guess there are little hairs on the eraser. It feels a little bit gritty. Yeah, little pieces that fall off. And actually, now that I have an eraser, I can show you. If you get carried away and color too much like I did, I colored a little pink inside of the metal part, you can erase that. Can you get me another color for the metal, like a gray?
Oh, a gray.
Or a silver?
And here's a gray.
Okay, so Drake got me 2 grays. I'm going to go in and color the whole thing with this lighter gray. And I'm coloring it a little bit light because it's kind of a dark color. But I'm going to color the whole thing in. And then I'm going to take that darker gray and I'm going to add some cool value to the sides. 1 second, sweetie. And I can take this and even add some details to my pencil. So I know that the little silver part on a real pencil has a lot of little designs on it. So I'm just going to draw some of those designs in. It looks really cool. So you guys can see how you can use those shading techniques that we learned in the video that I posted earlier this week in our sketchbook assignments. And so what I want you to do is finish this sketchbook assignment in your sketchbook. Make sure you put the date up in the corner that you do it, which it should be right around September 9th today, maybe the 10th. And fill in your items on your book to make them look really cool using the same exact techniques that I showed you in the video, okay? All right, Drake, do you want to say bye to my class? Are you going to smile in it or no? No? Okay. All right, so that is that.